Hi, I'm Nancy with interwoven.net, and I want to describe to you a practice that I just finished because this is what I like to do with individuals using sensation and imagination to go into our bodies. I had a pretty demanding day and was feeling a little frazzled and a little drowsy, so I decided to just get in a comfy position and close my eyes and just let whatever image wanted to come. And the first thing I saw was a big, juicy bunch of bright purple grapes. And I'm like, that's interesting. What's that? And then I realized they were floating like in an ocean. And I was kind of looking and getting a sense of, okay, how are they suspended? And it seemed like the top, like, thickest part of the bunch was right at the surface, and then all the other grapes were kind of dangling down. And I went in there kind of swimming, kind of in between all of the grapes, and there were some little fish and little crustaceans living in there, and most of them were like very smooth. And as I was hanging out in there, I started to notice that there were things inside of the grapes. There was this face smiling at me inside of one of them, and then there was a face inside of another one that made like kind of a scary like face, and then kind of pulled back into the shadows. And I realized, oh my God, I think this bunch of grapes represents me. Like, these are all parts of me inside of these little suspended little spheres in the water. And I started wondering, well, if those are parts of me inside of each of these grapes, then who am I? Kind of swimming around and tending. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm just my witness consciousness. And I'm kind of protecting and tending all these little parts. And I kind of saw something kind of come and try to burst one of the grapes, and it was like, no, I gotta keep that in there. Nobody gets damaged or swims away. And then I felt myself kind of thinking, well, all the grapes are attached, like with the bunch, there's a stem that comes down and each of the grapes come off of it. And I sort of swam in between and up, and it was like my body, my central spine became that piece of the bunch that comes down. And then my head and shoulders kind of popped above the water. And it was just so light and clear. And I thought, oh, this is how I feel when I'm in meditation. Like my mind gets really still and bright, and below my shoulders is the water and is all these like parts of me moving around, and the little fishes in the water moving in and out. And that part of what I do when I meditate is I kind of dive down. From where I am above the surface, I dive down with my consciousness and I explore down there, and I see what's there, and I peek in all the little grapes and who's there and clean them off, and it just felt very sweet because I really felt that in my body, like the relaxation from the head and shoulders up, and then just all of this very like alive, rich movement and mystery and kind of murkiness underneath. And wanting to explore that. So I thought you might get a kick out of that. I definitely did. Every time I feel like my faith in these practices gets a little thin, I just kind of sit and get shown. And I thought, do I need to stay here longer or journal about this? And it was like, no, go make a video and tell people. Because I've been experimenting with a lot of different directions to take my work. And I just had a lovely conversation with a new friend last night that was like, I was describing to her the one-on-one like co-visualization sessions that I do with people, and she was like, that is so powerful, like keep doing that. And I got back in touch with just my passion for darkness. I'm not afraid of the darkness and the heaviness, and there's so much of it in the world right now. And I just love images like this that spontaneously arise when we go in and just ask, show me something to see or to feel that helps me understand myself better. And I don't know what it is that gives these things to me, but it definitely makes me feel less alone. And less overwhelmed by what to do, that something is giving this to me, and I would love to be able to take you on a journey and introduce you to that part of yourself. Again, my name is Nancy, innerwoven.net, INNERWOVEN.net. And yeah, I'd love to dive under the water and explore the darkness and take care of all your little parts. Thanks.